petty all the time. I'm petty all the time.
Baby, welcome to the party.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time. Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T-Y. I'm petty all the time.
Hey guys, it's your favorite ladies back with a brand new episode. You missed us because we missed you. It's your girl Immaculate coming out to say, y'all, what's good?
Hey y'all, welcome back. It's your girl Michelle, aka Shelly Shell.
Hey everyone, it is Just Nick checking in, and I'm so excited to be back, y'all.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, aka Chrissy F. Baby, please say the baby. Back with another episode. Hi guys.
Yes.
I know it's a new year, new
It
season.
is.
How's everyone doing?
Blessed and highly favored.
Amen.
Okay, love that. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
We just started a lot of stuff like Lent. Just
Yeah.
started.
Yeah.
Ramadan.
The Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
Everything. So
Like,
it's
I
like,
think the new lunar year, whatever.
which is actually crazy because I'm like, I feel like the new year just happened. So how we're already going into March,
I'm
not sure how that's happening that quickly.
Child, time.
Q1's already over.
Damn near.
I know.
No.
Time flies when you're having fun.
I want to ask y'all a question. What is something you did not bring into the new year?
You know, I feel like I really do a good job of like weeding that out throughout the year. So there was nothing like significant that I was like, I'm just not taking it to the new year. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm one of those people where it's like, if I don't like something, it probably gets cut off within 90 days or less.
Okay. I would say it's actually crazy because it relates back to an episode we had. And I remember it so vividly because I was like, dang, like, why didn't they agree with me? But it was an episode about how we were talking about like exes and still
Oh my
like having
gosh.
relationships with them and stuff like that.
And so
Even-
I referenced that episode the other day.
Yeah.
Literally the other day.
So I had to realize, I was like, you know what? My co-hosts were actually like right in a lot of the things that they were saying. And you cannot remain friendly with exes. It's just, it really is impossible.
Growth.
It really is. So
Growth.
right.
No, I'm
Love
so
to-
glad
love to hear
because no.
Yeah.
That you are going pretty hard too. So I'm very glad you came
I felt
to
like I could just be platonic, but there were certain things that I realized I was like, you know what? You actually can't be platonic with the
can't.
ex. It's just impossible. So yeah. So that was, I had to cut that
it's
off.
possible. It's just highly unlikely.
That's possible. Yeah, you're right.
Honestly. And discouraged. But for me, I would say that I let go of just bad eating, to be honest.
Nice.
Like I think I really, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm a glutton, but I definitely like indulge a little bit. Like I like to treat myself. And so like I had to let that go. It was gonna be too much.
I want to say, I don't know if this is letting go. Because I'm with Crystal. I didn't go into New Year with thinking I need to let go of something, but I will say in this New Year, what I started doing things that I said I was going to do like 5-10 years ago. And I'm not going to lie, this last couple of months have been honestly pivotal for me. And I'm just excited for the new year. I feel like I am really like walking in a prayer that I prayed literally like 3 years ago. And like, it just life feels really different. Like, I'm not even gonna hold y'all.
Wow.
Like, life
Love
feels
that.
completely different. I feel like I'm actually like walking in my purpose, and I just feel like everything's just going well, you know? So God has been really good. So
Amen.
Amen. I love that.
Mhm.
Okay. That's a good little New Year start to it. Honestly.
And then like too, like the year, the year started off right, y'all. Like your girl had a birthday. So we got lit. A few of us wasn't there, but it's okay. Michelle and I, carried it in spirit. Y'all's carried it in spirit. But it was fun, y'all. Like I feel like that day kind of like started the whole year. Like it's just been up ever since. Like, and it doesn't have to be turning up. It's just in everything in life. And so yeah, everything has been lit, y'all. Like, excited. No?
Crying.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So we're gonna jump into the motto. And this one is called Feel Like I Fumbled the Biggest Bag. And sis,
Probably did.
I do feel you.
But it's okay. You
Anyways.
can always find another bag.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a fumble in real life, actually, because there's always more. Okay, so it starts with match with a guy when I was 21 on Tinder. He was 23. From 21 to 27, we went on a couple of cute dates, but nothing too serious because I wasn't in the mindset. I was going with the flow. He was persistent with me, though. One of our later dates when I was 27, he mentioned one of his goals was to get married. Not to me personally, but I think he was just mentioning a personal goal for himself. And then he proposed the question of us going to a hotel for the weekend, but I wasn't fully sold on it because I don't know why I was fearful of having sex with him and worried I might just be a fetish to him. He's white. We both also lived with our family at the time, so I guess the hotel thing made sense. Okay, so I guess the hotel thing made sense for intimate time with me. He would randomly send me money for things. He has a good job, hobbies, etc., but I always felt hesitant with him. I held off dating seriously until I finished grad school and figured once I'm done with this, I'll take dating more seriously instead of on a whim. Well, just a few months before graduation, he removed me off all of his socials. Turns out he got a girlfriend that lives in California. I found her page because she was looking at my IG stories when I was public. Looking back now, she was looking at my stories around the time he asked her to be his girlfriend as their 4-year anniversary just passed. Anyways, I was so sick about this because he was always around for so long and I didn't think he would drop me. Within 2 years, they had an interfaith marriage. And now it's 4 years later and they have lived the life I envisioned with him. Trips to his home country in Europe, dinner dates, beach dates with wine. He showers her with flowers and gifts, helicopter rides in the city. It's like he elevated her life because according to her post history, she would only post 1 to 2 a year prior to him. He even moved out to California to be with her. I feel like I fumbled the biggest bag and worry I won't attract someone intentional as him now at my big age of 31. I'm running into unintentional men who use me for sex, men who believe in 50-50, lack of romance, men with weird jobs. Feels like a destiny swap took place. Or maybe this is my karma for not valuing him when I had his attention. I'm just looking for some hope.
Girl.
Well, let's start it off with this.
Yeah.
You didn't fumble the biggest bag possible. I will say that. I do think that if you were dating someone from 6 years and it didn't really go anywhere, it just wasn't meant for y'all.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that he is like God's gift to you and you missed out on it. I don't think that that's the case. But I do think that dating has just gotten weirder and weirder the older you get. And I think the more like sure of yourself you become, it just gets even weirder. So I think that that's what it is. It's like you're just running into the wrong people. And then also you might be like looking for him and the people you're dating.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. Like you just have to like start with a clean slate or go back to dating white men. I mean, that also might be your answer. Because
honestly, I don't know, because then that would make it seem like I feel like all men are weird, like in dating. It does not just a certain race. Like all men are weird in dating. I'm sorry, point of correction there. So I just want to say, I can see how you're 31 and you feel like, dang, like settling down has passed me. It hasn't actually. Like that relationship was supposed to teach you something. What did you learn? Right? Now apply it moving forward in dating. But like Nikki said, stop trying to find him in all the people you're dating, because that's not going to exist anymore, because that was an experience between you two. Yeah, that's a special experience. You can't recreate that. You can have something better though. And so I would say keep having hope, be prayerful, and also like pour into yourself. Like I know it's easier said than done, but you got to shift your focus a little bit. And normally when you're focused on other things, life just starts falling into place for you. And before you know it, you're running into Mr. Right. You know what I mean? And so don't feel like you fumble. You can't fumble anything that wasn't for you. So look at it like that. Yeah. But I don't want you to be so down on yourself, because it's just, you know.
I agree. I do feel like it's a real fear, though.
It is. It is a real fear.
To you, like, like it's a very much so a real fear, especially like being that she's 30. Like, not to say that that's I mean, it's a little significant in terms of like, you're just getting older and you're more mature, so you feel like time is dwindling down. But like you've been in having an actual what you thought may have been a good relationship, you know what I mean? And just losing that person is kind of just like, damn.
Like I don't think it was a good relationship. They said that they went on a couple dates for 6 years.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's a relationship of some sort. It doesn't mean that they were committed to each other. What I'm just saying is like having somebody who you actually could see a future with. Like they're far and few in between nowadays. They're very far and few in between. So it's like that fear of like, damn, is this ever going to come across is very real. Like, it's just like, what do you do? How did you find that again? Resources.
No, yeah, that's what I'm like, sis, I feel you. What I will say is that like hindsight is always 20/20.
Yeah.
And you feel that way because you're single and you probably haven't felt anyone who's lived up the expectation of what you thought that was even going to hit. Because to be honest, like as much as you think that would have been your future, it's not really guaranteed. You could have easily went to the hotel and you could have just fucked and you still could have ended up where you are right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think at this stage, it's more important to just look forward and know that you are like valuable in the dating pool. I think that the world and society would like you to believe that after 30, you're invaluable. Nobody wants to talk to you. You're not going to meet anybody. The thing is, you have the discernment to know that these men only want this, that, and other. You already know what you don't like.
Right.
Start leaning more into what you do like and try to attract those people into your life. But to be honest, I feel like somebody who, you had a relationship with 4 years ago, the more you keep looking back and trying to see like what you missed out on, you're going to miss what's in front of you. So I would just move forward.
Absolutely.
Well, I was just going to say, and to be honest, it's like, and I feel like now even more like in today's age, we're seeing that like the things that are portrayed on social media are like literally smoke and mirrors. Like people are being arrested left and right for fraud. They're like, people are coming out that they're being abused, all these different things. And like these relationships that you see on social media, you just think, oh my gosh, like it's perfect. It's exactly what I want. But you just never know what's actually going on behind that camera. So
yeah. And I will say like, it's always good to also look at it as like a new standard. I'm not going to lie. Like which each dating experience your standard should be like, the bar should be increasing. I'm not going to lie.
Absolutely.
So like every time that like, it just shows you like, hey, there are men that are out there that, you could possibly see a life with because you did like him. So I think that like, yeah, now that the standard has been set, go higher.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But okay. We're going to move on to the Petty Chronicle, unless you guys had anything else to say about it.
No.
Okay. Now, this one is not a chronicle. This one is a confession. But it's like very, very, very petty because it's so childish. Very childish. But okay, I don't really have any like significant Valentine stories. But I do remember when I was a kid, I want to say I was in like the first grade. I went to daycare. Like, I guess it was before school care, and then you go to school, and then I would, they would take me to school. And I remember in daycare, I remember like I had this little boy, not boyfriend, but a boy that was my friend. And he had like, and this is why for parents, it's actually very good to be involved in your kids' activities because I don't know, I was one of those students who like, I wanted to take Valentine's Day cards to school. Like I wanted my mom to like, she didn't do any of that. Like it was very much like, go to school and come back. So yeah, like I was so like, I remember Valentine's Day, I was so sad because I didn't have anything to take to like my class. And I knew I was going to be the only one that didn't have anything. And so I was talking to the little boy and somehow he had a bunch, like he had like sack of something for like maybe 20 or some kids. I literally begged him for it. I was like, can I please have it? And he gave it to me. So why did I take these bags of candy and cards? And crazy enough, each card had names on them. So I took it and I gave it to the teacher and she starts reading and she was like, who are these people?
I'm crying.
She was like, who are these people? And I was just sitting there. It was so embarrassing for me as like a little 5-6-year-old. I was just like, I wanted something to bring to the class. Whole time their names addressed to a whole nother school, to a whole nother class.
Oh.
But yeah, no, that was just
That's
a little
funny.
confession. I really wanted something to take to class. I was just
I don't blame you.
Not a whole class got robbed of Valentine's Day
No,
cards
bad.
though. Poor them.
Bad. Like I literally convinced him to give it to me. I don't know how I did. I remember I like was damn near begging him. I was like, please.
I don't blame you though. Because I as a child, you don't ever want to like be left out of stuff.
Oh, and I was,
you know?
especially like being a little black girl. Like everybody else has something, and I'm just like, and have nothing.
I used to love Valentine's Day at school because everyone would bring cards, you exchange it, and then like teacher had candy. So like you'll have a little like Valentine's party, and then like parents would come in and like, it's so great, your class, like a PTA was a real thing. Like they got together and like they would come in, you have a whole Valentine's Day party, pizza, all that. I'm like, for Valentine's Day.
But do y'all feel like y'all are going to be like the over the top mom?
Yeah.
I enjoy that stuff. Yeah.
I do
too.
I actually do.
Yeah. I would hope to be that kind of mom where it's like, I'm actually helping my child create like little baskets for the class. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to feel like
Crazy enough, I want to be, but I don't think I will be.
Really?
I don't think I'm even going to have the time. I look at like my life now and I don't know.
You don't see yourself making this?
But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna want to make the time because your kid's
No,
gonna
I'm gonna
make you
want to
make
make the time, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to physically be able to do it. I'll be honest.
No, never say never, girl.
I mean,
you don't,
but
you don't know
but
what
it's
life's
like-
gonna take.
But I didn't say never.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. I didn't say that. But I was
You
saying
can
like
also
I
get
just
somebody to make them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
You're
like-
not the type of person you'll do it yourself because you're cutting out cards.
That's what I'm
you're
saying. You're
buying
actually
20
like having to like be like a arts and crafty. Like I just don't know if I see like my family like being like that.
Just raise your child to do it themselves. Because I'm not grown up. We did it ourselves.
We did it ourselves. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like we did it ourselves. My mom bought us the supplies. Like she took us to the store. Like
Right.
we were able to go pick out our Valentines. But like as far as like making like a Valentine's box, it was
But
me
I'm
and my
okay with
sisters.
that though.
It was me and my sisters. But that's what I'm saying. I don't think I'm gonna be the over the top mom where it's like I'm over here like doing like a 3D box of.
I mean, I won't lie to you. Like I understand that. 'Cause I feel like when a kid gets a certain age, they actually understand what they're doing. But I feel like I'm not gonna lie. If my kid's like in pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, like I'm gonna do it with them because it's just like like you're teaching them how to do it themselves. Because at one point, I'm not gonna always be around to do it with you. So you're just enjoying bonding moments. That's one thing I would say. Like when I have a kid or kids, like I look forward to like those moments because it's like those are the ones that are very important. Kids remember that. Like they're like, oh, I remember when I was growing up, our mom, you would sit here and do X, Y, Z. And you're like, dang, that stuck with you forever. Like, so it's, I think I'm going to do it. I look forward to being the president of PTA.
Oh, that's what's up. I don't know about all that.
That's what I feel like.
'Cause I'm not gonna lie, it's the interacting with other people for me. Like
I love
don't know.
it.
President of PTA, I can't.
No, because I need to
Because the way my-
it gets
my
so
kids
political.
not
Because the way
too.
my
It gets
HOA
so
acts,
political. No, that's what I could. It's PTA and HOA are like brother and sister. They're like 5 and 6. Like I feel
I'm
like it's the
telling
same
you.
thing.
Then act accordingly.
I'm screaming. No,
Organization
I can
runs
imagine they're the
smoothly.
same thing. Those are the people who wanted to run for politics but couldn't.
No, facts. I had to start small.
literally want to
Bro.
be president. I'm telling you, they want to be president.
Well,
God, that's deep.
shoot, that'll be fun.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's talk about it, y'all. So recently, the first episode of Real Housewives of Potomac reunion aired, which is actually crazy because I feel like the reunion was better than the entire season, but that's neither here nor there. But, the star of this reunion or the hot topic is Wendy because as we talked about earlier in one of our other episodes, Wendy and her husband, Eddie, they were arrested and they're being charged with like 16 counts on different felonies of like fraud and like using different like identities and different things like that. So Wendy still came on the reunion and y'all all watched the reunion, right? So how do y'all feel like were y'all happy she came on? How do y'all feel like she was supposed to even be acting? Like
They could have cut the beginning opening credits.
No, they
didn't need
could've.
to see how y'all felt coming out of jail.
Yeah,
And
it
then
was
I'm not gonna lie, Wendy could have stayed at home if she was gonna behave like that.
like what?
behave like what?
Like she was
Like
just,
at the reunion?
yeah. To me, I feel like I don't want to say I want to use the term arrogant, but she low-key had an arrogant vibe to her. So I'm just like, girl, like you're acting, whatever. You act like you didn't like
Do
you
any-
didn't
you're not
do
facing
anything, or
serious
like you're not on.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
being accused of something. Like humble yourself a little bit. Like come down a little bit. Yes, like you are the star of your show, but you're only the star right now because they have questions.
Well, yeah.
Like that's it. Like don't let it get to your head. Be strong, but
Yeah, I do feel like she's trying to maintain some sort of innocence, which is why she went on BravoCon, which I'm like, if you can get on BravoCon with a wider and bigger audience, I'm not gonna lie, you knew they were gonna grill you in the hot seat, which I think they did. But I had a feeling she was gonna show up to the reunion. And do I feel like she should be there? I don't know. Like as my fellow Black Nigerian, like I really, really, really want to
Shame.
root for her.
Shame.
I really do. So it's like, on one breath, I'm like, she's maintaining her innocence, which is why she went. Because she's just like, I feel like she's taken of like, okay, what do I need to hide from stance, right? But at the same time, you are facing even if you didn't do it, you are facing very serious allegations here. Like you had 16 felony charges. That's a lot. Like that is a lot. And
Like,
so I
that's a
feel
lot.
and that's not a small feat. You and your husband
And
together,
your husband.
each 17, 18. So I just feel like, yeah, although we would have had questions, I'm not gonna lie, she probably, I'm glad she's there. I don't know. Well, I have to wait to part 2 before I say I'm glad. But I do feel like from what we got right now, she could have sat out.
Yeah, because like it's like you're like, because I'm not gonna lie, like everybody playing in her face, everybody them attacks, them digs, you could have avoided that. I'm not gonna lie, yeah,
she was not gonna avoid that.
like them digs make sense, but it's like, come on now, like it's just unnecessary. And then like It's the opening credit scene for me. Like, I was
that was a little. It was very
like, why
dramatic.
did they do this?
Like it was very.
I think for me, it's crazy because I think that like in my head, I'm like, actually, I think it's better that she did show up because I feel like if you don't show up, it almost makes you look like you're like guilty.
Yeah.
And everyone that didn't show up to reunions, they were all like very guilty. They all like actually went and became guilty.
Yeah.
So I feel like in that sense, I'm like, okay, I understand why you showed up. But at the same time, I just don't want this to discredit her even more than what she already has going on in the public eye, in the court of law. Like, it almost just doesn't feel like she understands the severity.
I don't think that's why she should be there.
And that's another thing too. Like, I'm just like, I would imagine that your husband as an attorney coached you and kind of gave you pointers of like what to say, what not to say. I would imagine just because like he's smarter than you.
But Eddie, what kind of law?
I don't know.
That's the thing. I don't know. Like, what? But
it doesn't matter what kind of law. My thing is, as a lawyer, hey, don't say this, don't say that if you're going on public platform. But I do feel, I don't know. Like, I just feel like even if because you said you're glad that she did go because it like I said, it kind of maintains some of her innocence. But I'm not gonna lie, like that's an ego thing. Like I just feel like you are just going to have to take them punches, take them digs in silence. Like let me just go fight this battle and then come back.
I'm like. Yeah, and
I just don't feel like
there's even like a clip that came out where when Karen gets on stage, she tells Wendy, "Shut
you're saying
the
too
fuck
much."
up.
Like she was like you're saying too much. Like, and I feel like, because here's the thing: from every past Real Housewives, when it comes to a reunion and them getting confronted, even if they were guilty or they're innocent, what do they say? I can't talk about it. Mm-hmm. You don't get a lick out of them. Wendy gave more than anybody, and I'm like, Wendy,
what? And then like,
if you are innocent, you need to be quiet. Like, we don't need this.
Even the part to me that was unnecessary when she was like describing like how they were in jail, like the mugshot. It's like, girl,
I'm like, what are you saying? You're and then you're like,
he let me take several shots.
Yeah, you're like almost glorifying, and I'm just like, that's not
It's not what we do.
But maybe so maybe I didn't get that from that. I think that people, there was a lot of like headlines around her mugshot. One, people thought that she was like high. Two, people weren't understanding why she was smiling. So I think that on the reunion, for me at least, what I got out of that was like, oh, okay, she's explaining why her mugshot came out like that.
That's unimportant.
But the thing about it is,
it's unimportant.
I think it actually is because
it's not important.
I think it is important because one, like I said, people already like were kind of discrediting them in the sense of like, okay, y'all came in, they caught y'all high. Like,
but my thing is, they can be high. They live in Maryland.
That's true.
And on top of that, so you'd rather people think that you're not legally using your husband's cannabis business. You'd rather them think that you went to jail and you got special treatment. Because you're sitting here talking about
that's not better.
He was trying to make me laugh. You know, he's asking me, did I like this one? Take another one. And it's just like, it just looks like you clearly are not taking this seriously.
And then, yeah, I agree. And then people asking, you got to choose your mugshot?
Yeah. And it's like, you could tell that the women on the stage, even Giselle, like trying to give her a moment to be like, okay, you know, I know you're laughing and all other stuff, but like, I don't know, are you actually okay? Trying to give her like a little hint to like channel some type of, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Channel some type of somberness on here and act like you care. Like, were you scared? Are you this? Are you that? And I feel like, I mean, Wendy kind of answered that question well, but I think everyone's looking at her like, Wendy, you cannot act like this is a joke because the judge will see this and can look like, okay, she don't think it's serious. Because of that, I'm gonna give her 5 extra years. That's the same thing happened to Karen. The judge literally sentenced her because he was like, you think this is a joke? Like, after looking at the evidence and you didn't plea out, you didn't do this, you didn't this, he had a very harsh sentence. So I'm like, Wendy, like, you really should have came in there innocent, guilty, or anything like that. You should have held your head.
Just really I don't want to talk about it.
Like the same tone you had in the opening credits, you should have had that on stage.
Yeah. Or don't have it at all. Because respectfully, that really didn't even happen during the season. So you really could have been like, we have other stuff to talk about. Honestly. I'm not going to answer that question.
You know what? And that.
Yeah, it's an open case. It's an open case. I can't talk about it.
Not talking about anything.
And like, Karen did it. We all saw the video. Like, what? We knew Karen was guilty, but she's every step of the way. I can't talk about that.
But then Karen didn't go on the reunion.
Exactly.
Of course, because why would she go on the reunion?
She had like a side sit down or whatever.
Yeah, anything we do is going to be one-on-one. I'm not doing reunions. And I think Wendy should have taken that approach.
And then she definitely had to swallow her pride and do that because she's just like, look, I know this is going to look crazy. And this is before it even came that she was sentenced. So she was just like, you know what? I'm going to take that L.
But I still don't think Karen is being very realistic. I personally, I feel like the interview that she did do, like,
it was a crock shit.
It was. It really was. And like the whole like you don't want to admit to like having an issue. I mean, I understand, but at the same time, like I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like
I definitely feel like the issue with that though is like she should have just taken a little bit more time before she did the interview. Like people need Andy is playing in these girls' faces, bro. Like y'all, because even the fact that Wendy got that little extra, you should have said no. I think for Karen, it was a little bit too soon for interview. You need to process what's going on because now you're still like trying to dance around the things that you can and cannot say, and it's just like, sister, take the time, heal, and then maybe when you feel like you have like a strong voice about what happened, then you can come back and like actually be real about it. But it's like,
come on, you had an entire conviction. There was video evidence.
You have multiple DUIs.
You have an issue, and that's okay. Like you're human, but like to be like, I don't have an
prescription drugs.
Yeah, it's like, and then the whole like it was like a whole bunch of talk around. I was like,
but you know what? She's been coached to do what every other housewife does. Because who else said it was prescription? It's prescription drugs. Everybody always uses that as a cop out. Everybody.
Speaking of other drama, has anyone been keeping up with Cardi B's tour and everything and all that stuff that took place at the Super Bowl?
Oh, well, yeah.
At the Super Bowl. Oh.
You know, her and Stefan Diggs, her infamous good luck speech before the game.
Yeah. I think that was just publicity for her tour. I'll be honest with you. Like, I feel
a baby?
No, not the baby.
Oh, okay. But I'm like,
but I
we're
think
still on the PR thing.
No, I think like with the whole like Super Bowl thing, because the fact that Cardi, she really hasn't even come out and talked about those rumors. I think that she's using that as fuel for her tour to bring more publicity to it. Because
so what are the rumors?
Well, okay. So from my understanding, you know that Stefan Diggs, which is her boyfriend. Well, I don't know if still, but boyfriend. Current newest child's father. He went to the Super Bowl and she attended as well, which shout out to Carti for being in Bad Bunny's performance. Like I was here for that. But she attended, and then I guess at some point Stefan, like he went, well, there's a couple things. So one, he went to like go hug some girl in the crowd, and they were like speculating that was someone that he's with. And
you're talking about the girl, I think that's his best friend.
The girl in red.
Yeah, that's his best friend. Who was alleged to be Offset's side chick. That's when it gets messy, but
yeah, it alleged to be Offset's. Yes, exactly. Then also, as we all know, Cardi or Stefan had another baby around the same time as Cardi and his child. So that mother and their baby were there at the Super Bowl as well, like kind of front and center.
Did we see them? Were they?
No, they were there, but they weren't sitting with his family.
No, not with his family, but front and center. Like they were still
front and center.
They were still towards the front.
No, they weren't.
It doesn't matter.
They were just at the game, and that was the issue. Like you know. But,
well, regardless, they were at the game, and so I think that was just like another issue that people had. And so I guess after the Super Bowl, Cardi and Stefan had unfollowed each other, and so there were just rumors speculating that they had broken up due to all these things. And like I said, Cardi hasn't really spoken on it since, at least nothing I've seen.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
She doesn't need to.
Yeah, like it's really like we don't really care. Even if and it probably is a PR stunt. We really don't care. But I will say with her new tour, I'm not gonna lie. I think the people are kind of convincing me to buy a ticket.
Oh, absolutely.
I think the people are convincing me to buy a ticket.
Yes.
Like they're like starting at $500 now. Which is pissing me off.
Yeah, I think looks like she's doing it because this is the first time she's been on tour, like for real, right? Yeah. She didn't even do an Invasion of Privacy tour. So yeah, I feel like it's
both albums.
Yeah, it's time, and I'm glad she finally started. So yeah, it helps. Shit. As long as her name is coming up. Yeah, and a lot of people keep saying she's doing a really good job.
She is.
With the outfit changes, the visuals, the choreography.
Because at first people were like really critical, but I'm like, that's how it's always going to be.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the first few shows, it's like practice.
But now like she's comfortable because I think people understand that this is, well, she's had like arena performances, but like she actually is headlining a tour. So it's a different vibe. And so she has to find her rhythm and flow. And I feel like now, like, she's found her rhythm because she looks great on stage.
She's putting on a show.
Yeah.
She looks like she's putting on a show. And just because of that, I would go. Like, just for the, like, I want to see. Like, I'm not going to see it.
A real reason why I really also want to go because I really enjoyed Invasion of Privacy and she's performing a lot of the songs on there. So I want to go hear it.
And she needs to. I would, if I go to a Cardi B concert, she doesn't perform Invasion of Privacy. Like, I'm gonna need at least 5-6 songs off that album.
Not the whole album because that whole album was great.
No, top to bottom.
Like.
Talking about the new one or the old?
Invasion of Privacy.
Oh yeah, it was 10 out of 10.
Like, but I feel her why she included that because I'm not gonna lie, this is why you're here. That album is why you're here.
It's why you're here. Like that's what really did it for you.
And then Am I the Drama gave you the platform to do. So it's like to me, it's just. I'm happy for her. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I am proud that she finally like is sponsoring a tour, headlining it, and like y'all, she doesn't have openers. She's literally people are saying she's starting on time and ending like. It's a concert just about her and that's it. So that's lit too. And like I know in LA,
I wonder why she doesn't have openers.
Budgets.
I feel like you know what.
She don't even need to.
But I feel like depending on the city, she probably is gonna bring some people out.
Yeah.
So Tyler's not opening for her?
No, she just came out in LA. She brought like Kalani, Tyler.
So that's what I was thinking. Okay, so I think depending on like
where you're at,
like the big cities, like Atlanta's probably gonna have openers, different stuff like that. Like she's gonna have people out there.
But no, I mean. I don't know. I don't think Cardi needs openers. She doesn't. I think her set list is like 37 songs. She doesn't need openers.
Yeah.
Just perform.
What if Atlanta she brings out Offset for Motorsport?
No. And I can't believe she's not performing Motorsport. I'm like,
why would she?
Why would she? No, but that's y'all got to think where y'all. Motorsport was a lit song. Like Cardi ate on that verse, Nicki ate on that verse.
Takeoff ate
on. Everybody ate their verse, even Quavo's verse.
When everyone was in their right mind.
Everybody was in
they weren't in their right mind.
They were. It was a little beef going. That's when it really. That's when it really.
I
feel like that was a song that really didn't get its run like it should have.
No, it did.
It did, but it's like looking back on it, I'm like, we skated over that a little too quickly.
Yeah. That song doesn't get performed at concerts.
Motorsport
because of who is their beef. Each party is beefing in that song.
Oh yeah, low key, nobody fools with each other anymore.
Nobody does.
I was gonna say, speaking of in their right mind, like what is going on with Nicki Minaj?
I'm on PTO, girl.
Like, what's really?
I'm on PTO. I've clocked out.
Like, and I can't even say she's acting like Kanye because even Kanye came out and was like, "Hey, y'all, I'm sorry, I was bipolar. I had mental illness. Please forgive me." Even Kanye is on his rocker and Nicki's off it. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, like I am actually very shocked. As a fan of Nicki Minaj, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have anything nice to say, so I'm not gonna say anything. It is disappointing because
you're an immigrant. You're not a citizen, and you're endorsing Trump.
She got her gold ticket now.
Apparently she got to go. So Nicki Minaj posted some like gold card that she got from Trump, the Trump card, which is supposed to fast track immigration, just for the Trump administration to come out and be like, that don't mean nothing. That's just a momentum, a memento. Like Nicki, you like embarrassment. You like embarrassment because like, and you're still endorsing Trump.
I just think that it's very, I don't know what it is, but with this current presidency, do they think that we just forget stuff? Because I feel like time and time again, everything is just very much so like hypocritical. It's like, okay, so Trump, you talked about Nicki being, a terrible artist and she's not a good role model and she's not this and she's not that, but now she's coming to your conventions and she's speaking and she's on stage with you. Weird. With Trump's one of his latest stunts during our historic Black History Month, he posted a very, very vile message on what is it called? Truth Social. And it was very racist towards our favorite president and his wife. Thank you, President Obama and Michelle Obama. And
depicting them as monkeys.
Yes, he depicted them as monkeys. But whenever your House Speaker came out, she said that, at first she said that, this is fake news. Move on. Y'all are just looking for something. Cool. Then the next couple hours later, it was, one of the staffers posted it. President Trump did not know what the post was. Okay,
because people can just post on the president's account without his approval, apparently.
Weird. But now, yesterday, you are saying that everything that is posted on Truth Social is coming straight from President Trump. So which one is it? I just feel like it's very crazy that they just think that we're like, I don't know how we're even letting stuff like this get by. That's really my biggest thing. I'm really shocked. I'm like, why aren't we holding people accountable to their words?
It's so crazy because, like, I don't know if y'all have ever read the book 1984.
Yes.
But it talks about how, like, literally by the day, they're, like, changing facts. So, like, their job is, like, they'll look up newspapers and maybe, like, in the newspaper it says, like, the war started in 1912. They'll take that same newspaper and they'll have to, like, shred it and then reprint it and send it out saying the war started in 1914. They're always like replacing facts. And it's like, it's actually a crime to think against the government or like to oppose it. So you can see something and know that it's not like real or know that it was changed, but you can't actually like speak on it because it's like a thought crime or whatever. And I feel like reading books like that, because it's a fictional book, you're thinking like, oh, something like that can't happen. But it's like we're living in an era where the government wants us to see something with our eyes and they'll have a press conference saying the exact opposite. Like Alex Pretty, like the one who was shot by ICE. You see him get disarmed. You see him, he never held the gun. The gun was in his holster. But then the government or the Trump administration can come out and say, he aimed the gun. He came was aiming the gun at somebody.
9mm.
You know what I mean? It's just like there's video evidence. So to be in an era where it's like there's the video evidence is there and the government can still lie to us and they still have people who are following them. It's like, it's really crazy. It's actually kind of scary, actually.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely in scary times.
No, for sure. It's definitely been a thing, though. So crazy randomly, the other day I was looking up, like, well, maybe it's because before we were born, but like the whole JFK thing. I'm like, what, that doesn't get talked about either. Like the whole, like in plain.
Yeah, how he died.
Yeah, I remember.
In daylight, in Dallas. Like,
It's crazy.
What are we talking about
In
here?
high school, home economics teacher, Mr. Tork's class, he had this, I think he was like a PI. He came and gave us a whole presentation on the assassination of JFK, and we all were just like, he confirmed it was an inside job. Like he's
It
like,
was absolutely
and like
an
it's so
inside job.
crazy. Like no one, like you said, no one talks about it, but no one's diving deep and like giving like think pieces. Everyone just like swept it under the rug, and it's like, no, that's a conspiracy theory. No, that was an inside job.
There was a show. Yeah,
He had pictures and it was actually
They say
scary.
Apparently or allegedly, one of the conspiracies that it was actually somebody in the car who turned around and shot him.
And he said that he was alive in the hospital. Like he actually made it. He was alive, but yeah.
Wait, JFK?
He was alive in the hospital.
Oh, so what's the thing about the where his wife catching his brains?
That's I don't think that. I think that she did get stuff on her, but I don't know if necessarily.
Yeah, they said that in the hospital.
They said he was still alive.
Yeah, he was still alive.
Oh, because what I heard was like she tried to like push it back together.
There's a Netflix series that actually kind of made me do a deep dive into it. It's 11/22/63, and I didn't. It was on. I wasn't watching it. I want to go back and actually watch it. But it's about, they kind of do a little like, it's kind of like a mental fuckery about the whole JFK situation. Like they're trying to go back in history and figure out what really happened. And so yeah, I was just thinking like after I was watching, I was like, hold on. I literally started Googling stuff in the middle of nowhere and it just went down a rabbit hole. And I was just like, yeah, no. Again, it happened before we were born, but I just was like, even as it is now, like we don't get answers on that. We don't get answers.
Like Martin Luther King was assassinated by the CIA.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think even like now with the Epstein files, and I'm just really trying to figure out the legality behind it, because I just don't understand why like so many people's names can be like redacted and covered up, and why like who gets to pick and choose whose name is and is not in there. It's very, very weird. But then it's like the victim's information is not being redacted. That's not being kept a secret. Pictures of them underage were originally put out. So it's just very, very weird. Even whenever it comes to Bondi's recent
she's going to jail, by the way.
Yeah,
mark my words. You're going to jail. Cash Patel, you're going to jail.
She's going to have to.
Jail.
But yeah, even
if you're not going to jail, you're going to prison.
Yeah, even like her recent.
Wait, who?
All of them.
Is her name
Pam Bondi? She's a lieutenant general.
People forget Nixon. It's his cabinet went to Nixon didn't go to jail. His cabinet did. I'm like, I don't know why y'all feel like y'all are free,
untouchable
from judgment, but y'all are all going to jail. Y'all perjured yourself over oath. Cash Patel went up there and said, oh, we have no reason to believe that sex trafficking ring exists. And the Epstein files are here and there are 6 co-conspirators. So far. You're going to jail. You're going to prison.
Yeah.
I'll take my time back.
If we're being honest, like Pam originally said that there wasn't even an Epstein file.
Oh my God.
See, that's why I'm just like,
That's why I'm like,
do we forget that the Epstein files apparently didn't exist as soon as Trump took office?
That's how I'm
I
wondering.
feel like we're watching like a U.S. reality show because like it's comical. It's like what is
actually not
going?
even comical. It's
because it's like
scary.
it's comical because like they're blatantly lying under oath
Yeah.
and getting away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of, you know what I mean?
As I said, I really don't know what's supposed, like, how are we supposed to take all this information? Because, like, we literally see it. Like, I sat there and watched you say that there wasn't an Epstein file for you now to be trying to defend the Epstein file.
And deflect. And you know, it's so crazy because I think everyone's like so hyper focused and seeing like, oh my gosh, did Trump do anything in the Epstein files? It's like, y'all are missing the point because first of all, I think y'all, if we hyper focus on Trump, we're missing the fact that like, there are so many people in those files and the things that they're actually doing is like crazy. Like, it's like, if you think of like 20, 15 years ago, but the conspiracy theories people used to talk about, like Bilderberg Group and this and that, it's like they're literally being proven true. Like they are eating babies. Like that's actually crazy. Like somebody literally, there was an email where she pretty much said something like, oh, there's a painting. Remember, can we have that painting, whatever, from when they were killing the babies? Like literally casually just like talking about like things that are so heinous. And even one of the emails, like Trump was listening to the email, but all they were asking was like, how can we handle the situation like Trump does? They were like, you know how Trump does? He denies, he deflects, and then he like pretty much targets somebody. And it's like, to me, what the Epstein files actually uncovered was the fact that the rich are so untouchable. Mind you, we knew this beforehand because Trump has not done anything that he's promised the working class people, but please believe that the rich got them taxes cut and they got the bills they wanted passed. He's been looking out for the rich since he stepped into office. So to me, it's like, I can't even say if Trump did anything criminal, but it's clear that Trump went in there, looked at the Epstein files and realized that all his friends are in this bitch and he has to protect them. And that should be pissing people off. If people are so worried about if Trump is in there, I'm like, are y'all looking at what's in the files? Fuck Trump. This is bigger than Trump at this point.
But what I will say is it seems like Europe is kind of handling business because
everybody is but us.
Look at India. India literally went into the streets protesting everything. But mind you, what's it called? Howard Lutnick is still in the Trump administration.
Because didn't somebody who got arrested in London? Prince Andrew.
Prince Andrew
got arrested.
Yeah.
So I think that they brought him in for questioning in regards to it, which is actually crazy because the what is it? Is it the Olympics? What's going on in LA? But there was an owner of a company that is like headlining. What is it? Is it FIFA? Is it the World Cup? I don't know. Whatever is happening in LA.
I was going to say, I think the World Cup
It's not the Winter Olympics, right?
No. It's in LA. I forgot what's going on, but it's supposed to be coming up. But his company is the one that is doing
one with the Victoria's Secret?
Yeah, doing all the infrastructure and everything for it. And so he was in the Trump files. He was in the Epstein files. Sorry, Trump files. Basically Trump files. But he was in the Epstein files. And so he just stepped down, but his company's still going to be doing all of the like infrastructure. So I'm like,
this is why
people are. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just about to say, like, I've said this countless times. Scandal was trying to tell B613 is real. B613 is very real.
Yeah.
No.
It's Casey Wasserman.
yes.
He's the chairperson, president of the LA 28 Olympic Organization.
Speaking of, like, I remember there was there's this thing or this idea, it's called like conditioning, whatever, where they believe that they cannot introduce any new technology or any new concept or anything to the human mind without at least conditioning your mind to it at first, right? So a lot of these things that were in the Epstein files, they're movies. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever watched the movie called The Hunt. And so The Hunt is about like a bunch of rich people go to a forest and they just start hunting people. Like people,
yeah.
So you see like people, like random people are waking up and they're like, where the hell am I? And they're being hunted by the rich, right? There's this place called Deer Island. It's like a little bit, it's in New York. And apparently they would like fly people to New York and also like kidnap people, put them in Deer Island and hunt them. Like literally hunt and kill them. Like this is something that's being talked about in Epstein files. When you realize just how like diabolical the shit is that's in there is, it's actually scary to think about. Like we are literally walking with demons on earth. Like it's wild. Like it's actually deeper than, I mean, I don't know how if you can get deeper than sex trafficking, but it's crazy.
Yeah. But remember there was like the Epstein documentary on Netflix, I want to say it came out during the pandemic, and they exposed all the things that were taking place. And then at the end, that's when Epstein was killed or commit. I don't know what happened.
That's what I also want to know is
Allegedly.
like, even whenever it comes to Ghislaine Maxwell, whatever her name is, how is she in such a low security prison? Like, people that have her type of rap sheet shouldn't even be in that prison. But she was, who else, of course, signed off on it? The Trump administration signed off on her being moved to a different facility. One. And then two, she's also saying that she will not work with the government unless she like has some like demands met.
But do you see, like, it kind of goes back to what Michelle was saying, like acting like you're untouchable. Like, she is very entitled. Like, she feel like, I mean, I'm not doing this unless, but it's like,
But she's entitled.
when did a criminal get options and the opportunity to tell you what they can and won't do? Like, that's not how
because the info
court of law
she has
works.
is about the people in the White House. So of course, why would she not be able to have her way like it's Lucky Charms? I'm confused. Like, she's able to do whatever she wants because she has info on some of the most powerful people in this country at this point. So, but like I said,
scandal episode.
Obama wasn't in there. That's all I know.
Period.
Okay, so I want to switch gears, and we're gonna kind of be jumping around a couple different things today. But I think starting out with the new year and with Valentine's Day just passing, I just wanted to talk because I feel like lately what I have been seeing is that a lot of people, men and women, are saying that there is a lot of like unprepared chasing whenever it comes to like men and women. So I want to ask y'all, what does unprepared chasing actually look like to y'all in real life?
I don't even know what
Like,
that means.
Dating unintentionally.
Can you explain? What do you mean by,
what does unprepared chasing mean?
so men or women going after whoever that they're not mentally, physically, or spiritually prepared for.
Oh, like Cam Newton.
Yes, exactly. So that was something I was going to bring up, was because recently Cam Newton had an interview and where he had Poor Minds on the episode. And so they were all talking, and they had brought up his relationship. And I guess he had like kind of asked them like, well, what does my relationship look like to y'all? And and was it Lexi? She had said,
Hell.
Yes. She had said hell. And so they went back and forth. They talked about his relationship, and he had stated that what I want is not a title, it's a feeling. And this was based on why him and Jasmine Brown are not married. So for me, I feel like that's kind of like unprepared chasing. But what do y'all think about that?
I think it's an excuse.
Yeah, I do too.
Remember that interview we watched and
With
like
TD
TD Jakes
Jakes?
said he's like auditioning for a legacy that's leaving behind.
Oh yeah.
That's what Cam
Yeah,
Newton's
that's a
doing.
good-
Everything he talks and
Yeah.
what he speaks about is a crock full of shit, and he's not a serious person. He shows it time and time again. That's why he has 9 kids now, 10 and counting. So I just think, I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like Cam Newton, he's not a real person to me. He's not.
Well,
I
let
don't
me
think
say
his
this.
reality is even real to him either.
And I might be misinformed, but Cam Newton was married before. He was never married?
Let's
No.
fact check
He's never
that.
been married.
No, he's never been married.
So,
he had
'cause he had, like, he had,
first
like,
love.
Yeah.
Because he had like 4 children with like, or
It's his
4
first
with the
child,
first.
I think.
Okay, I thought they were married.
I feel like this is the relationship that's turned him to what he is now. Yeah, he lost his best.
Yeah. I think a lot of and this is something I think happens in the I see more in the Black community, to be honest, and maybe it's because that's where I'm dating in, that's where I'm in, but I think that we place too much pressure on like titles, where it gets to a point where you're in a situation where you're saying like, oh, this feels like a marriage, but it's like you're looking for something to convince you to actually make it into an actual marriage. It actually doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Because it's like, y'all live together. She's carrying how many kids now at this point? I think she just gave birth to his either second or third child.
Second.
It's like, what else do you want?
need?
You know what I mean? If this is not who you see yourself marrying, then why are you still with this person?
And why do you keep procreating?
Yeah, it's like, and if you hear him talk about it, he's like, oh, I need this. I need someone who's not going to leave me. Even with the interview with TD Jakes was like, I'm not going to lie. The love that you're looking for, you can only find in God. Like that type of unconditional love, you cannot find in a human being. Like nobody's going to be able to reassure you and do all these things. And no one can do that. Like people are human. So if you're expecting that if you're expecting that type of love from somebody walking on earth, you're not going to find it. It's like he's trying to find somebody to like fill this void that is unfillable.
But then why is it? Because I feel like, and I have also been like guilty of this in my past, it's like, why is it that whenever someone tells you like they're not ready for X, Y, and Z, we still continue to like go forward with it? So it's like, even whenever it comes to like Jasmine Brown and Cam Newton, he does these interviews. So it's not like he is quiet about his opinions on it. So, and even prior to her even having their first child, they were already like in a very like weird situation as it is, like the things that they were talking about. Because wasn't she the one who was talking about like anal sex and she didn't actually want to do it and things like that?
Yeah.
That was Cam Newton.
No, that was Jasmine.
That was her?
Jasmine.
Yeah, that was her.
So
But,
yeah. So it's like, so why is it that like, I won't even just say as women, because I feel like men can be guilty of it as well. But why is it that whenever someone's telling you like, hey, I'm actually not ready for this, we still continue?
He's like low self-worth.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. And I'm so glad you said that. But before I even touch on that, I also feel like they're convinced that like eventually that they'll want it. And you keep trying to do these things as a woman. Like I think that you're, and this is not even speaking on her in particular, just as women or just people in general, sometimes your self-esteem is so low that you will convince yourself that they're going to change. They're eventually going to get there. Like, and so you keep doing more to prove like you'll have his babies, you know, you'll open up a credit card for him. You'll do all these things to like prove like, oh yeah, I'm the one, I'm different, you know, as we could really make this work. And then it's like the whole time they're like, but I told you. And so like only, and you know what they'll say? I didn't ask you for that.
Yeah.
And so I just think that it's like eventually like you're convincing yourself that like, you know what? I'm going to be the one. I'm going to be that chosen one. And to be fair, you could be the best woman that he's ever had. But it's just like, I don't know.
So like, what do y'all think is harder? Do y'all think staying in that relationship or leaving?
I think staying would be harder. Staying is harder because I don't know. Like I also don't really okay. First of all, I don't know if it's our generation. I think it is. Our generation has done a great job at for one washing out the idea of marriage, and so I feel like if you continue to stay and have kids and with somebody that you're in a relationship with and that refuses to marry you, like you're only putting yourself, maybe by like business wise and financially, maybe you could be putting yourself in a little bit of danger. Like I feel like you're not protecting yourself. Like, and then a lot of times like the men will be like, oh, well, you know, there's things put in place to kind of protect them. Sorry, what's his name? Heather Sanders?
Exactly.
Heather Sanders, man.
She was about to say.
What's his name? I don't know. But like, I just feel like you're willing to sign papers. Like you're willing to sign wills. You're willing to sign trust funds. But you're not willing to sign a marriage paper. Like they're all documented under the government. So it's like, I don't understand. Like that excuse to me is just like, I don't know. And for you to continue to stay in that relationship, I think it's a little bit more harmful. I'm not gonna lie.
What happened with Heather Sanders?
She's been engaged for 15 years.
She was recently on a podcast and basically they were like, you know, we just haven't gotten around to getting married.
They called him on the podcast and they asked him why she was not married and why he wasn't married. And he was just like, we just haven't got around to it. First it was COVID, then it was she was having babies. He was like, he specifically said that, I don't mind doing trust. He was like, there's wills and trust, whatever.
He don't believe in doing it.
There's legal documents in place. But he was like, he's pretty much trying to say it doesn't make a difference if you do get married.
And then he proceeded to say if they weren't to work out, he would let her have everything and go start over somewhere else. Like he's okay with that.
Allegedly.
Well, it actually does make a difference because let's say that you're on your deathbed. She can't do anything for you.
She can't say. She has
no say in it.
Voice.
Legally, she has no say in it. Actually, it would be your children. And if your children are underage, then it would be your parents. And then if your parents are alive, then it would just move on to the next, like actually
next to
binding kin to you. So I think that these things actually do make a difference. And I just think that the public is just uninformed whenever it comes to these things. And it's not until these things slap you in the face that you realize like, oh crap, that's actually why I need to get married.
Mm-hmm.
But to be engaged for 15 years makes no sense to me.
Yeah, like I didn't even know it's been 15. Like I was actually shocked.
15 years?
It's been a long time.
Y'all can fact check me, but it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a decade at least. I remember when she got engaged. Man, me too. It's sad, like, to see women just like settle for something like they are better than. Like, you know, and y'all ask like, is it easier to? It's probably harder to stay. I think it's really hard to leave, especially if you've been with someone over 5 years and y'all have created seeds together.
Life,
y'all have sown. Y'all have a soul tie. Y'all have done so much together. Like that is hard to walk away from. And with children, it's even difficult because it's like, dang, like you're at a crossroad.
Yeah. But
you know what I'm saying? Like you choosing yourself, and then you can kind of like maybe corrupt your kids. Like, but it's like at some point, like a decision needs to be made.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So I've been seeing a lot of comments for people saying like, you know, allow people, like people should get married whenever they're ready to, and that's fine. But like, if you're gonna consistently wait for somebody to be ready, you're gonna be waiting for the rest of your life. Like if you're gonna be 100% ready, like I'm. If a man told me after we've been together for so long, I'm not ready yet, I'm going to have to go. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not going to keep, because my thing is, for me, it looks a little bit of like less than a man to me. Cause it's like, you won't step up to the plate. And the next step, that's it. And again, you're willing to have kids. You're willing to change my body, put my life on the line, but you're not willing to just sign a paper. We don't have to have a wedding. You're not willing to sign a paper. I just feel like that's a cop out. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not going to wait until you're ready. I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave.
And I also think that as women, that we need to do a better job of hearing exactly what men are saying. Because I think a lot of times, like,
you're trying to convince yourself.
Yeah, you're trying to convince yourself that, like, he actually means this. Like, someone can tell you, oh, I'm not ready for marriage. And what you're actually hearing is, oh, in 2 years, he'll be ready. He didn't say that. What he's actually telling you right now is he does not want to get married. Or like you said, someone's like, oh, I don't want a relationship right now. He's telling you exactly this, but it's like you're kind of like turning into something else because it's the fear of, like you said, the fear of leaving, the fear of being alone. The reason why I feel like it's harder to stay is because, I mean, it's harder to make the decision, yes. But I feel like once you leave, it's like, it's actually easy going forward. I feel like staying is like, you kind of end up like demeaning yourself in the process because you're not choosing yourself. And you wake up every day to choose somebody else who's choosing themselves. Like, that's like, I don't know. It's like a downhill slope. You're going to wake up 30 years from now and look at your life as it has passed you by and wish like you had left sooner.
Yeah, I do agree with you. Because I think there's already so many things that as women we're affected by, like whenever it comes to like being a new mom, whatever the case may be, like you already go through so many like valleys and hills with those alone. So now you also have to go through with it, like with your partner, them just even choosing you. I feel like it's just something we don't need to put ourselves into. But I want to ask y'all, okay, what is it with these Valentines?
Oh, girl.
Man, wanting to be the girls.
Male Valentines?
How do we get there?
I know, I just jumped into it. I just want to ask y'all because I feel like I didn't see this being a thing until this year, and I just want to know where it came from.
Girl.
I don't know. I think it's just like, I think because you made a really good point when you said that like this generation has done a really good job of like washing away the idea of marriage. I do think like it's even like relationships at this point. We're getting so far away from like relationships and so close to friendships that it's like we're seeing these holidays that used to be centered around relationships with family, and now they're being centered around friendships. And the guys want to tap into it. In actuality, it's like you could actually participate in Valentine's Day by just asking a girl to be a Valentine.
Honestly.
But instead you want to take this romantic holiday and turn it into another friendship holiday. And it's literally like the same week as Super Bowl. You could be with your niggas on Super Bowl weekend and be with your bitch on Valentine's Day. Like, why do you need to be with your men again?
Like, why do y'all, like, we can't have anything? Like, what are y'all actually celebrating?
I don't know. Be who you are.
I'm just glad that that's not my target audience. I have
Honestly,
never seen that.
It's actually crazy. I saw a couple.
And my mouth dropped.
I saw one, but I felt like it was a skit. I pray it's a skit.
I saw a couple, and I was actually a little surprised because I was just like, wait, what? Like, are we like celebrating singleness? Are we celebrating friendship? Like, what exactly are we? These are the men that will get in relationships and then tell you that they don't believe in Valentines, and that's
and now they're congregating together.
I mean, let's talk about that.
Like, I'm crying.
And that's
men getting together and take that on.
Number 6.
No, and that's the thing. I was saying, like, there's men that will tell you, like, okay, I don't believe in Valentine, but he goes through and like just does like these small things for you, but he won't actually make it Valentine's. Why is that? Because I've actually experienced that, and I think that he was better off just not doing anything at all
versus doing little things prior to Valentine's Day.
No, just like so like
like a low effort Valentine's.
Yes, like so he refused to make dinner plans. He's like, I do not believe in Valentine's. You and I go out to dinner all the time. So why are you making this into such a big deal?
You're weird. I don't even let you finish. Because what? You're weird. You're actually weird.
Literally,
you hate
like,
me.
when I tell you,
you hate me.
I felt like a child being taught a lesson. Like, that's really how I felt. I was like, you want me to know that you don't believe in Valentine's so bad that you rather like ruin my day? Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me.
And sometimes the reason why it's so irritating is just like, even if you don't, I do.
Yeah, exactly. And why would you not want to make your girl happy if you really like her?
And I feel like a lot of guys, it's like, you don't believe in Valentine's because I believe in it. That's how I just feel at this point. Like, you're just anti what I'm bringing.
What is the point? What is the point?
Yeah, because if we go to dinner all the time, we can't go to dinner this weekend.
Yeah.
Like, because
like,
I don't know.
Because I believe in Valentine's Day, all of a sudden now you're anti-Valentine.
Yeah. Yeah, it just didn't make any sense to me. And I had to realize, I thought that that's just like, okay, like, well, we just have to compromise. Like, maybe.
Oh, hell no. But I feel you.
No, I was really thinking, because I'm like, okay, well, maybe a lot of men are like this, and maybe this just is what it is. But then it's like now being in a different relationship, and like, clearly, I don't think he's a big Valentine's celebrator either, but he did it because I want it, you know? And so I realized, I'm like, no, like, you were just evil. And like, I don't know what you were trying to do. I don't know if you were trying to groom me or what into like no holidays just so I wouldn't ask for nothing. But yeah, no.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know. I also feel like a low effort. I just feel like if you go make it low effort, just leave. Because what are we doing here?
No, literally.
Low effort, no flowers. Mind you, y'all, I went into Whole Foods. Bouquets of 20 roses for $30, $40.
I'm telling you.
Listen,
Trader Joe, people is lined up outside Trader Joe's.
I think that like the flowers are being thrown in your face at this point. Exactly. Like, I was going to Tom Thumb. We got chocolate covered strawberries.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm just going down there to get cereal. I'm just
you
like,
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
how you? So
people were selling roses on the side of the road, bro, on the side of the freeway. Like, come on.
At this point, you are in silent protest of the holiday. Like, I do not understand. Too many opportunities. Yeah, that's what I'm like.
Yeah.
I've been with an anti before, and honestly, we thank God for deliverance.
You said you what?
I said I've been with an anti before, like someone who just, and I feel like it's not even Valentine's Day. I feel like there's some men who are just so anti things that you're passionate about. It's like as soon as you, it's like, because to me, it's like the older I get, the more I realize, like, because a guy will have you believe, like, why? Like you said, we do this all the time. It's like, it's actually so easy to make the person you're with happy, where it's like, why not?
Or it's like, even if you don't, but like you see something that makes me happy, why are you trying to dim that light?
Like, why not?
I feel like it's the same. Okay, so just based on what you said, Michelle, I feel like it's the same thing for people who are like, sorry, anti-Beyonce for no reason. Because I remember I was talking to this guy and I was talking about how excited I was for her concert, and he was just like, she's not even all that good. Why? Why? What are we doing? I'm excited. You see that I'm excited. Even if you have an opinion, like, why are you trying to shoot down how I feel about Beyonce? That's a character flaw. I'm sorry. Like,
you're a hater.
You're weird. You're a hater. You're a fucking
And it's
hater.
probably genetic, and I cannot have your kids.
And I cannot have
I'm saying. But then you talk about like this rapper from their block.
Yeah.
And you're a hater. Like, but Beyonce's not good. Oh, okay.
Yes, but you want me to listen to Carti. Bye. I mean Playboy Carti. Not Carti.
I was about to say, what did Carti do? But yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
the straight.
No, yeah. I just feel like you got hate in your blood.
No. Yeah, more of a story, y'all. Date men who like you.
Please.
Like, when you date a man who likes you, loves you, like, the dating experience is different. Because
it's different.
Y'all be dating y'all ops, y'all don't even know it.
You don't even know it.
Telling you,
praying on your
nothing's going well.
No, you wonder, like, why is my life in shambles right now?
You know the crazy part is I had to talk to someone about that, because I was like, they were saying like, oh, this is going wrong, this is going wrong, this is going wrong. I was like, well, you need to start looking at who's around you.
Yeah.
Because sometimes some people are there and they will block whatever like positivity you have even trying to come into your life. They're just a shield. So you need to figure out who is against you, and you need to leave them. Because there have been times where I have just like blocked people out, and all of a sudden there's just clarity, different things, like just like great things are happening. And I'm like, oh, so I don't know if maybe I was the issue or you the issue, or we're both the issue, even just knowing each other, but it's something wrong. So.
Okay, well, what about, so I know how you said that like that guy was kind of low effort. So what if they just gave you something like chocolate and balloons and maybe like a small little teddy bear? Like, how would you feel?
I think that I would be grateful. Actually, no, I wouldn't. No. I don't. That's the thing. Actually, I don't think I even have to be grateful.
All right. Okay.
I wouldn't either.
I don't know if I'm feeling y'all now.
No,
I wouldn't. No,
I'm not saying not. I don't want to be forced to feel like I have to be like, thank you, master. Like, thank you for helping me. Wait, I don't.
He got you a beer and chocolate. Like, that's nice.
Wait, I don't know.
Low effort. Like, especially if you know
very
me,
low
like
effort.
you really did. You could have skipped all that. You could have gotten me something like, or even like an
big bouquet of
activity,
roses. Yeah.
something that I would have
okay.
actually liked. So I don't know. Like, are you doing that for me, or are you just checking boxes?
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I did something, so you should be happy. No, I shouldn't be happy because what am I going to do with the tiny bear and chocolates that I probably don't even like? Because you know the assortment. I hate all of them.
Oh, I do.
So
too.
like, I'm not happy with this
Except for the
actually.
ones with the pecans in it,
Bro, and the ones with like raspberry filling, like, what are we
those are
doing
crazy.
here? I don't want this.
Oh,
And
yeah.
coconut. I'm like, geez.
I'm like, y'all trying to get rid of all the chocolate y'all didn't sell all year. 'Cause,
Thank
like,
you.
what the
I wouldn't
hell?
be grateful for that. I'm sorry. Like,
I would be,
let's up
like I
the
said,
score.
like whenever he gave it to me, I would say thank you. I'd be happy, but maybe in a couple of days we're gonna have to have a talk.
Really? Y'all, it's
It's real strange. I'm
It's a
not gonna
military
lie.
regime. Let me find out I'm next to Cuba and fucking China.
Yeah.
No,
What's
but like,
going on?
okay, so let's say, because here's my, I'm thinking you get those two and y'all don't even go to dinner. So we don't do nothing on the, like, you just give me a balloon and a bear. We don't go to dinner. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Whoa.
like,
No, that was it.
that was it.
I
Because
thought that
I
was
feel
a
like if you do
gift.
that and you do dinner, okay, sure.
sure.
You know what I mean?
But like
Sure.
that's just it. Like you just sit here.
Like, keep that shit.
Okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you meant that was the gift. I was like, okay, well, I mean, I don't
No,
think Valentine's Day is not a. I don't think, to me, it's not a gift holiday. I mean, it's nice, but I don't think it's a gift holiday.
I think it's more of like a flowers and
It's more like a romantic holiday.
yeah, like
Yeah, romance.
yeah. I don't think it even has to be a gift because I'm like,
Gift is nice though.
of course.
And I'm not even saying that it has to be like extravagant amount of money. You can like write a card. I would appreciate that. And a bouquet of roses.
Okay.
I would appreciate that. Yeah, of course. The big ones. But,
card?
like, no, if you handwrite it, yes, I would absolutely appreciate that.
But not
Cards
the
are
bear
nice.
and the chocolate.
No, what the fuck I'm gonna do with that?
I don't want no.
And it
bear.
don't even go with nothing in my room. So no.
But a small card, little pen. That's not low effort.
Little pen is crazy. There's an entire blank side on the card that you can write on. I typically write from start to finish. Like I fill the page. So I that's what I'm referring to.
I go from
Yeah,
left to right.
I mean, like, I don't know.
But okay, have you ever received a letter before? Have you ever received a handwritten letter?
yes,
Yeah.
and it's really nice.
It's very
Especially when it's
thoughtful.
thoughtful. I think that's what I'm getting at. It's like I want actual like thoughtful gifts.
Okay.
Like that's where like I see the effort in. Like even for
Yeah.
me, like whenever I'm like thinking about something, like in regard, especially like if it comes to a partner, I'm thinking thoughtful wise. I'm not going to go out and
Get the most expensive.
get you a Playboy Carti CD.
What? It's Playboy card straight,
Just
bro.
keeps catching straight. Entire
But like
conversation.
I'm not gonna do that because I know you don't listen to him. So why would I? Like it's just stuff like that. Like I'm
okay.
actually.
Oh, okay. Question. I have a question. So say like, okay, because you're a gold girly. Are you gold or silver?
I'm gold mostly.
Okay, but you wear some silver. So maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. You're bad. We'll stick to crystal. So say you wear gold. How would you feel if your significant other got you a bunch of silver jewelry? Would you care?
Is
Like sterling silver, or white gold? White gold.
Oh yeah, I don't care. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of white gold jewelry. Like
Okay,
it just
so-
mixes with
Yeah.
everything because you can't. I don't know. You can't really-
Jewelry's nice.
Yeah.
I was trying to
jewelry,
find
like-
somebody who, because there are some people who are like strictly, I'm strictly a gold girl, and then if when a significant other buys them something that's like not gold, they think it's like indicative of he doesn't pay attention to me.
I mean,
How does he not notice?
I think that because it's like, have you ever met those people that like only wear white?
Mhm.
Yeah, which I just feel is so tacky.
That's so weird.
but
It's so
there's
tacky
people
because
like
white is
Yeah, I
not,
know.
to me, I feel like white
not
is like it's a
statement-y.
bunch of cotton and polyester.
It's not statement.
and it's not even like the best designs are not in white, so you
It's
end up just
not.
looking cheap and tacky.
But
Yeah.
24/7.
well, I've seen some
Like
people
white
that look
and like
nice.
clean.
Consistently. Sorry.
But anyways, it's like think about it like if you were dating one person that only wears white, which and I came in and I brought you a black outfit. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of like in the same realm. It's like, if I am that strong of a person that only wears gold, and if you look at my face, you look at my neck, you look at my wrist, you know what I wear, then and you buy me silver then clearly either you don't like my gold jewelry or you just don't pay attention.
You don't pay attention.
And I think that's, you want someone that actually pays attention to your wants, your needs. I think that's really important in a relationship.
Okay, I have a question because like we're talking about Valentine's Day and stuff like that. What's y'all's worst Valentine's?
Well, I kind of already told y'all mine.
Which one? That was
the one where
he hates it?
Yeah, the one where he forced me to not celebrate. I've actually the times that I have celebrated, that was the only time I did not celebrate at all. And it was, and we were together. It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
It's always the low effort ones that are terrible. Like very, very terrible.
But led with his money. So that's a part I didn't really understand.
You said what?
He led with his money. So
yeah.
Breadcrumb.
And here's my thing. I still feel like if you have let's say you're in a relationship, like we could do things year round. Like he could be giving you money year round. He could be giving you roses year round. He could be giving you hella gifts year round. I don't care. I don't care. This is the day that I want it on. And why is that a problem? And I feel like I need it.
It's my money and I want it now.
And I want it now. I just feel like, I don't know. And I don't know why it's it's not even that. It's any holiday. Don't play with me on any holiday. I'm not going to lie. That is grounds for cutting off.
But do you feel like the pressure of I feel like the pressure of Valentine's Day was harder this year.
No.
Is it? But
it wasn't hard enough.
No.
I think so. I feel like
but I know
in the past years, I've never seen the pressure of Valentine's Day as much as I've seen it this year.
No,
I feel
because
like everybody
had a bouquet of roses.
Yeah, I'm like, everybody popped out this year. I was like, oh, okay. If I would have known, I'm not gonna lie, I'd have bought myself some roses.
You know what I'm saying? But no, the pressure was on and you know what? Social media is just not the place to be. Social media is not the place to be if you're I don't know. It's just not. It's pretty tough. I can't hold you, but I don't know.
But really, I don't know. For me, I don't know if I would have really even felt any type of way about not having anything on social media just from seeing it that day. Because like I said, people be getting their asses beat before they get these flowers handed to them. Right. So I don't take any of this stuff serious.
I'm talking about just for people in general. Even you could be in a relationship and have a Valentine's Day. It's dang, somebody got 20 roses, you only got 5. You know what I'm saying? So it's just little things okay, why can he spend that extra $5-10 to get me just so I can so it's just not a good place to be. I'm not gonna lie. It's just real tough. Real tough. But like I said, I think it's just any holiday kind of thing. Even on Christmas, Christmas, birthday.
But then has dating
Juneteenth,
has dating always been this tough? Because I just feel like it is getting a little less fun, a little less just everything. Where's the shift?
Social media. I really think it is because, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, even when we're talking about worst Valentine's experiences, I feel like my worst Valentine's experience was when I was trying to force a memorable Valentine. And it's I was trying so hard to make it look like this. And half the time I'm just bro, I'm not gonna lie, I did not enjoy it. As much as I could have. And I feel like that's what social media does. It makes a lot of people are doing things not because they truly enjoy these things, but they want something to post.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People, it's probably someone in a relationship right now with somebody who loves them down, right? And maybe he's not big on Valentine's Day. And mind you, if you are, he should be. But maybe he's not. Maybe it's his first relationship. And they got in the biggest argument of their life because of Valentine's Day. Probably because they got on social media and saw someone got some roses. They talk about, you got me 10, she got 50. And now y'all arguing over that when in reality, that has no bearing on your actual relationship.
It doesn't.
But now you guys are arguing over social media. I feel like that's what makes dating not fun.
But is it over
there's
nothing?
a difference. Can he just not do it or he just didn't do it?
Yeah, because I feel like that's valid. That's valid.
That's a conversation that actually needs to
Because he got you 10 roses instead of 50?
Well, no.
I think
I'm not.
I think society just puts overemphasizes certain things. Like at the
There
end
aren't
of the day,
really-
like
yeah,
these
I'm
are
not saying-
material things.
Yeah, I'm not
Like,
speaking to a specific number, but I do feel like if you get a gift and you feel like it's low effort, it's probably because it is. Like, I'm
But-
sorry, like,
But there are some people that are in relationships, and just because they didn't get like a big bouquet of flowers, they feel like their partner didn't do enough.
Yeah, but
And
I'm not
like,
even saying
you're allowed to
that,
feel
but
that
I'm
way,
like,
but no, but
you don't even have to have like, it doesn't even have to be like a big bouquet, but like,
it's
a pretty
it was just an
bouquet.
example. Like it's just you're looking at others and judging your relationship off what others are doing.
Exactly.
When you should just be looking at your relationship for what it like. This is y'all, you and your partner. Like, why is it now that you were on social media scrolling? Now you're like FOMO.
Now you're upset.
Now you're pissed, and it's like, no, they
So
probably
would it be
they
different if
probably
they were
thought
pissed
out something
before?
that was
Yes.
But
No, that's what I'm
after a
saying. I think a
while,
lot of
like-
times, like, a lot of people are basing their standards and
Yeah,
expectations
off
off of things they're
others.
seeing on social media. So, like, for you, someone could go on there and see something and just like something that you were happy about receiving.
right.
Now it's like you get on social
Okay,
media.
If you're happy, that's one thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
and now it's like you feel like it wasn't enough.
yeah.
Because like I was talking to someone and like they were just like complaining. I'm not gonna. I'm listening to them like, but it sounds like they did something for you. Like that's not enough. Like dang. Like oh, because you're looking at others and you're looking. Oh, this. And it's like no. Like focus on what y'all got going on. Like they thought about you and they did something for
Yeah.
you. That's not enough for you. Like what else do you want?
Or maybe-
and you have to now reevaluate yourself. Like why are you in this relationship?
I don't know, guys. I disagree.
I kind of do too.
I
Because
hear what
feel
you're
like
saying, but I disagree.
after a while, like how many excuses do we have to make? Because
Yeah, exactly.
this is where I will also say, like, I'm not saying that you need to go on social media and compare yourself to the next person, but I think that also you can realize how much of low effort you're putting up with due to other things. So that's why I ask, like, is it because he financially might just not be in the position to, or is he just like not available that day, like just due to prior commitments, whatever the case may be? Or is it just because he didn't want to? Like, now I understand if you're saying you're happy with the gift, that's different. But if you were feeling some type of way about the gift when you got it, I think that it's okay to say something.
No, it definitely is. I guess I'm more speaking to like what we were saying earlier as far as like what is making dating less fun. I think it's because a lot of people are basing their preferences and their wants off of things they see on social media and not what they actually want. So for instance, say you're dating a guy and it's like he does something for you that you actually do appreciate and you go to post it on social media, but because what you're seeing on social media doesn't, you feel like it doesn't measure up. Now you don't want to post it. And now you're like passive aggressive towards him. You feel like he could have stepped harder. When in actuality, it's like, do you really feel that way? Or is social media making you feel insecure about what you got going on? And now you have men out here having this rat race where they're not even trying to impress you. They're trying to impress your followers.
Okay, so the reason why I say I disagree, because I do feel like there's some situations where you can get like, let's say you're happy with what you received. And just like we talked about earlier, like there's just new standards for everything. And then like you might get on the internet and be like, well, you know what? Hey, actually, I do think he could have done a little bit more. I think that's a little valid because not to say that like you're comparing yourself to other people and now you're upset. Well, I mean, that is what it is. But I feel like, kind of like Nikki said, sometimes it's excuses. Like sometimes a nigga can go harder and you're so used to allowing him to do the bare minimum, he just continues doing that.
Yeah.
And then when you look on the internet and see, you know what, this would have cost $5 extra for you to do this, you could have done it. Or you know what, or if you would have just took a little bit more time to do this, it could have been a little bit more memorable. And I think a lot of times, a lot of women, they let a lot of men get away with the bare minimum until you see like, I actually don't have to accept this bare minimum because look what people are doing with probably less.
Yeah.
And even more fuel to that fire, I think especially whenever, like, if you've already been like kind of throwing hints at him for like things that you might have wanted, you know, like, or like not even just in regards to Valentine's Day. I think that it's important, like, hey, like if you're what is it called? Like your acts of signs of, what is the 5
Love
different
language.
love
Yeah.
languages? If your love language is acts of kindness or whatever the case may be, and you tell him like, hey, you know, I like flowers, I like this, I like that. I think that even if he's not doing that for you weekly, okay, like whenever these like Valentine's does come around, it's a day of love. Okay, so like if you were really listening to like what my love language was, I think that you would come with what my love language is. You know, I think that sometimes people just want to humble you and just be like, hey, like you should just be appreciative that we're even in this
Just
relationship.
because you got something.
You should be
And it's like,
appreciative
no.
that you're with me. You should be appreciative that we're like in a good relationship, whatever the case may be. And it's like, at the same time, it's like,
I feel like you're telling me to settle for less.
Yeah,
So no,
like,
I'm not appreciative.
I don't want to settle.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
be bitter.
But I agree. Like, I think that social media does play a very big role in how people date nowadays. Because if you're not sending a black truck, if you're not doing X, Y, and Z, if you're not doing whatever the case may be, a lot of people are like, well, this is not really a date.
Okay.
If you're not spending a certain amount of money on the first date, then they don't consider it a real date. So I do think that social media has definitely...
The black check epidemic is real, because there are a lot of people who literally, they will not go on the date if the black check is not sent.
Yes.
And also, wouldn't even equate it to just social media. I think just looking at others. Like, sometimes, like, your standard is not my standard, and that's okay. But there are women and men out there, it's like, oh, well, why is he not doing... And it's like, is that really your standard? You just want it because you see like your other friends doing it. It's okay too, but it's like deep down, is that really what you really want, or you just want it because others are doing? You know what I mean? Like, it's not monkey see, monkey do around here. Like, stick to like the rivers and lakes that you like and are used to. Like, you don't always have to do what the next person is doing, because what they can handle, you might not be able to handle, and vice versa. So,
but if you know as a man, if you know my standards are high, you can
absolutely
keep doing the bare minimum.
Or go find someone that's going to tolerate what you can provide,
Exactly.
right? But I do think that the reason why dating is a challenge is because a lot of us are just we're not even focused on what we got going on. We're focused on the next relationship, like what someone else's relationship. You're not even focused on your own. Like, you're trying to like recreate someone else's experience in yours, and it's like, it's never going to be the same. They're not the same people. So it is what it is. So
okay, so a lot of y'all mentioned like you said, like settling for like low effort or like whatever. So my question is, at what point do you stop making excuses for people who aren't showing up? And this could apply for friendships too. So like, say you are in a situation and maybe your significant other is just not catching the hint you're getting, and it's like you do feel like you're receiving bare minimum, but he is doing what you're asking, just the bare minimum. How do you navigate that?
I feel like with friendships it's a little different than a relationship. I mean, maybe with friendships, I definitely feel like, I don't know why in a relationship it's kind of like a tricky conversation, but in friendships, I definitely feel like that a conversation needs to be had. Like, because it's, how do you expect, like, let's say somebody's not showing up as much, and like, let's say you guys haven't talked as much. Have you reached out to them? Is everything okay? Like, do you know why they're not showing up as much? I feel like that's a conversation. Just as much as you need to have that conversation, they probably do too. And I think when it comes to relationship, it's the same thing. Like, y'all need to have that conversation eventually. And if not, then what good is it doing you guys? You're just hurting each other.
I think it's very important just to not make excuses for your significant other. I think that a lot of times you want to, because like we call it giving them the benefit of the doubt. But I feel like a lot of times it's like you're giving them the benefit of not having to explain themselves.
Right.
That's what you're doing. So I agree. Like, a lot of times, like, a communication or a conversation needs just to be had. Friends and relationships, a lot of times you'll be like, okay, you know, I know they're hard, I know they mean well, this and that, but it's like, do you? For all you know, this person is fucking you over.
Right.
You need to have that talk.
And I'm the type of person, like, I don't get embarrassed for bringing anything up. Like, I don't care if you get tired. I can bring it up on the 100th day, and I'm gonna stand in my confidence and just be like, okay, I feel like I need to talk about this.
Right.
And
that's good that you're like that, because being vulnerable, like a lot of people, they're not saying they don't feel safe, but it's like,
no, it does take time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You have to work up to that, like to feel confident, like you said, to be like, hey, this is bothering me, or hey, let's talk about this, you know? It's just practicing. I feel like you'll get better as you practice, honestly. You just have to do it.
I definitely think that I give friendships a little bit more benefit of the doubt than relationships. And I only say that because there's only so much talking I can do in a relationship without actions. Like, if we're having this talk over and over again and nothing is really changing, or like I don't see like any effort, then I feel like eventually, like, okay, we just got to end this. Because like Crystal said, like, not only hurting each other, but like we're just wasting each other's time. And time is of the essence. And that's at any point. That can be in your early 20s. That can be in your 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever the case may be. Wherever you're at in your dating life, like, time is of the essence. So for me, relationships, I'm just kind of like, okay, like, we got to see some actions. Whenever it comes to friendships, I do think I give people a lot more benefit of the doubt until eventually, like, the disrespect just becomes too loud to ignore. Because now at this point, it's like, okay, you're kind of just playing in my face. And I just,
Yeah.
I think that's really where I'm at with those. Like, it's just like, okay. After a while, like, I can't keep being like this bigger person every time, and like coming to you and talking to you about these things that are bothering me, coming to you and talking to you about boundaries and respect and whatever the case may be, and they just continue to like be disrespected.
No, I agree. And that's, what's crazy? That's something I'm actually working on, is because I'm not a confrontational person, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm learning to be, because it's like, I find myself lately, I hate to be the type of person who's like, oh, I'm cutting this person off, But I'm finding myself getting like to my wit's end with like certain people's behavior. And I'm realizing that it's not even like they're doing anything like that's so obstructive to like, my energy, but it's really just a situation if I've let them slide so many times that it's like the straw is on the camel's back at this point. And it's the last straw. It's breaking the camel's back, And it's like, I talked to a friend about it, and they pretty much were just like, it's so crazy that you're at this point, because you could have addressed this a lot longer and gave them the opportunity to change and show you change behavior. But it's like, y'all are past the point at this point, because it's like you've tolerated so much and you've waited to the point where it's like there's no like hope of reconciliation. So it's like, I realized, okay, you know what? Like, I actually do have to like, again, stop giving my friends and significant others the benefit of the doubt. Like, I have to start holding them to the fire and holding them accountable so they can explain themselves and like have the opportunity to realize, okay, if I'm fucking up, let me like start doing better.
But then it like, what? Because I feel like you're a bad guy in either situation.
Yeah.
It's like you're a bad guy if you're confrontational, quote unquote, and you come and talk to people about things that are bothering you. And you're a bad guy if you're just a person who cuts them off eventually once, the disrespect is too much. So like, I don't know what the middle ground is on that, Well,
there's a difference between being confrontational and then like tackling like things head on. And I think that being confrontational, and not like by Webster's dictionary, but by like our understanding, is like, okay, you know what, you're going to come in rah-rah about the situation. Versus like, okay, you know what, I'm just going to tackle this head on. And like, hey, instead of beating around the bush, I'm going to come and ask you, hey, what's up? You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think there's a big difference between the two, because I would, as a friend, I would prefer if you just come and ask me. Like, you can attack the situation head on, just be like, hey, what's going on? Do we need to talk about it? Blah, 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 blah. Versus you coming in a crowd and just being like, so what's up with you? You know what I mean? Like, there's a big difference between that. And I think knowing when and where to ask somebody, it also plays a big factor, because you're not going to come and ask me this question in a big group of people when it has to do with you and I.
Right.
Like, we're either going to talk about it on the side, or we can just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to refuse. So it's like, it's a very fine line between the two.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, y'all. So I'm going to wrap up this episode with one last question.
Okay.
Are you currently in your soft era, villain era, or I'm just like, it's whatever era? I'm tired.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired, boss. Tired.
Okay.
Yeah, it's whatever. I wouldn't even like to, I don't even feel like those two capture the essence of the era that I'm in. So I can't choose.
Okay, well, what does capture it?
Okay, hold on. I need time to think. Because like, okay, soft era, I don't like.
Soft, villain, or it's whatever?
It's whatever. If I had to choose, it's whatever.
Okay. All right.
Or comeback era, revenge era.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Because what is the reason for a villain era? Like,
I mean, I'm on my get back.
Maybe you're not in it.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Everybody.
Hey,
Everybody.
Mojo,
Get back.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
on the
get
world?
back.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I was in my villain era last year. But
Well, okay, so what did you do to, like, what was your villain era? Like, what made it your villain era?
I was on my villain era. Like, I did what the
back
fuck
in
I
bed.
want.
No, literally, I did not give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I prioritized myself. I put myself first in ways that normally I would have held back out of respect for others, but I truly just did not give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care who was mad. A lot of people was mad.
I heard you.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah. For me, I think I'm just on. I can't be soft yet because I still got some work to do.
To grind it out.
Yeah. So I'm not soft yet. Crazy enough, I think I'm out of my villain era. I think that I am kind of moving into like this lover girl.
You know, I was gonna say lover girl era. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely moving into like a lover girl era. But it's also it can be on whatever era, like I am very fluid. Let me just say that.
Okay.
Like,
That's cool.
I can get what's the gets. That's it. So,
Okay.
yeah. Paulette.
I would say I'm in my villain era.
Okay.
I'm just coming back for everything. You know, I left on the table 3-4 years ago. Everything is mine. The world is mine. No, I don't hear the word no, only yeses. And honestly, it is what it is too. So, but I'm in my villain era, like for real. So don't test me.
What does that mean? Is that a threat to the listeners?
However you want to take it, take it.
Isn't that a Nicki song?
A threat to the victims, future victims.
What she said.
Okay, y'all. Well, we're going to wrap up this episode. Thank you guys for tuning in to the first episode of the new year. So make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube platform and subscribe to all of our pages. That's Petty Party Pod on Instagram, Petty Party Pod on TikTok. And also, like I said, make sure you're subscribing, liking, and comment. And please share this podcast, guys. This is your girl, Champagne Chris, checking out. Bye.
It's your girl, Amacolette, signing out.
Bye, y'all. Your girl, Shelly Shell.
Bye, everyone. It is just Nick.
Peace.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T. Y. I'm petty all the time.